hello, hello. I think I'm live. Oh my gosh, you guys, it is definitely a Monday. It's a Monday. I feel it. Hasn't been a bad day, but even just trying to get on right now was I don't even know what. I don't even it was an experience. Hi everybody. This is Alisa. Welcome back to Alisa's Adventures and Cruising. And it's Monday. So, time for the Monday mood check, where I like to come in and say hello and check on my friends and see how everybody is doing. I'm going to have to go to the chat and see if everybody was able to get in okay, if they are able to say hello. I tried to check all the settings so that hopefully the chats would pop up like they normally would, but since I don't see that happening, I have no idea if this is going okay, if I'm even live. It says I'm live, but who knows? It's been a day. It has been a day, but let's see how you guys are doing. Um, Audio status. It says shows names on screen, so we'll give it a whirl. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, I'll just go through the chat like normally and say hello to everybody. I don't know why it's not popping up. Oh man. But anyway, hey Danny, how are you? Thanks for coming in. See you soon. See you soon. Controversial cruising is here. Hey Scott, how are you? I really have all devices going at this point, so I really don't know if I am live or not, but I hope so. I hope so. Um, Let me just scroll through so I can say hi. It looks like people are here, so hopefully that means you can hear me all right. Lori Barber is here. Hey, Lori, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Happy Monday. Scott says he beat Chet. You guys know they have that battle every week. Who's gonna get here first? You beat Chet. You beat Chet. Always late. Had to get here early. Thanks, Lori. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming. Yes, you did. We can see and hear you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I didn't mean to skip over you, Mona. Hey, Mona, how are you? Happy Monday. Hopefully, your weekend was good. Scott telling me check, check, check. Thank you for that. Oh man, I don't know why it's not working. I like when it pops up, and I know you guys like that too. So I will keep trying. Danny beat you both. Danny, I call Danny the sniper. She doesn't mess around. She gets in. She gets in. However, I think I'm the only one who stayed here. Um, Hi, Lisa. Headed to my car. We'll be listening in. Thank you so much, Ed. I appreciate it. Happy Monday to you. Who else is here? Who else is here? Did I get everybody? Hi, hey. Hey, Scott Smith, how are you? Driving and listening. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for that. Drive carefully. Hey, Legacia, how are you? How are you? I don't know how many days. Sorry. I don't know how many days. 40 some days until we head on this cruise. I'm sure you'll tell me at some point during this chat because I don't know. I don't know. Hey Maggie, how are you? Happy Monday. How was your Monday? Yes, you guys, let me know how your Monday was, and then I'll try and give you the really mini version of how mine was. Mona saying hi to Lori. Hello, everyone. Hi Kim, how are you? Happy Monday. How are you? How's the weather? Today we had the regular summer afternoon storm, but it was late, maybe around 4:30 or so. It got so dark. We were like, what is going on? They were watching the tropics, so we're always worried that it's going to be a big storm, but it wasn't too bad today. Hey Shay, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Happy Monday. I appreciate it. Um, Thanks for sharing. I think Scott is sweaty and present. Thanks. Hey, Bill, how are you? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Hope your Monday was good. Thanks, you guys, for watching or listening to the podcast this morning. That's part of my problem. Like my Monday started off really not bad, just like it just took off. Had to get into work early, but I thought I was early enough that I would be at a stopping point that I could stop, and it didn't happen. So I appreciate you all so much for coming in and listening to us and participating in the chat. And I'm sorry I was not able to come in this morning. Everybody saying hi. Danny D. Oh, you changed your name? Danny D, the Fizzler Spectacular Supporter celebrates 3 months of membership, 13 days until the meetup. Look, the group chat too. Okay. Everybody's saying hi. Kaya's here. Hey, Kaya, how are you, shopping buddy? I hope you're doing well. How's your Monday? I hope everything was good. Your weekend was good. Did I see Scratch and Pete? I think I saw Scratch and Pete. And now I can't find you. Hi, Pete. Thanks so much for coming. I hope your Monday was good. You guys, I think everybody here like watches and follows Scratch and Pete PA. So, Tuesday is his day. Make sure you guys go over there at 12:15 on Tuesday to wish him luck and see if he's gonna have a winning ticket. I hope for you every week. I'm like, come on, this is the one. This is the big one. We're gonna watch you win. Everybody saying hi. See, there you go. I knew Legacia would know exactly how many days. 47 days to cruise. I'm definitely counting down, Legacia. Don't get me wrong. But I'm trying not to make myself crazy. Getting a little anxious. Getting a little anxious. And the Amazon packages are coming. Who else participated in Prime Day? Just saying. Just saying. Did I miss Denise come in? I see everybody saying hi to Denise. Hey Denise, how are you? Thanks so much for coming. I hope your Monday is good. Uh I put in a restraint. We're gonna meet up at time. Okay. Scotty J's here. Hello, Scotty. How are you? Thanks for coming in. Well, yeah, there's Scotty. He makes an interest, doesn't he? Whoop. Hey. So anyway, yeah, my Monday wasn't bad. It was just hectic and off to an early start and just didn't really slow down. But anyway, here I am, and I know that the what am I trying to say? The schedule looked a little crazy. I had them all scheduled for July, and then I changed one thing, or maybe I added the thumbnail, and then it changed the time. At one point, I think it said this was starting at 7:48. I'm like, that's random. But anyway, I appreciate you guys and hope that your Monday was good. So this morning on the Conscious Cruiser podcast, we were talking about how much we spend on a cruise. Hey, Law Jones, how are you? Lori's raising her hand. Prime Day. Why I now have to paint the bathroom? What? There's Law saying hi to everybody. I saw a thumbnail for this a few days ago. Okay, well, like I said, I'm confused. It's been a confusing kind of day, Scott. But you're here now. We're here now. Bill saying hey to Pete. The on the podcast this morning, we were talking about how much you spend when you go on your cruise, and I was like, not that I always go and spend a lot, but I don't think I've ever been on a cruise and spent zero. And I mean, I try to prepay most things. my gratuities, my Wi-Fi, my excursions, my whatever you plan on prepaying or taking care of. Do you spend anything extra? Anything extra? A specialty dining, you buy souvenirs, um, I don't know, one of the experiences, the arcade, like what do you guys, if you spend anything extra, what do you spend it on? What do you spend the most money on? I think I think it was Scott, you're here. You can answer for yourself, but Scott really doesn't think we need to have a budget. Maybe he doesn't. I need a general guideline for how much I'm going to spend. Chet was like, they've done amazing. Him and Robin have gone on cruises and spent zero extra. I mean, that is definitely goals sometimes, but I don't know. A picture will get me a duck, something. I always end up spending something extra. White night outfits. You can't get. Well, I don't know. Can you get your white night outfit on board the cruise ship? I mean, some of the shops have things, so maybe. Okay, Lori's explaining why she has to paint the bathroom. Everything I got matched. Started with the bath mat and everything from Walmart to towels and shower curtain actually matched except for the wall paint. That's a problem. That's a problem. I'll let you work that out. Hello, Janice. How are you? Thanks so much for coming in. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Yeah, so I have not been able to spend zero extra on a cruise, but what about you guys? Is it a mission? Do you not care? You carefree like Scott? Well, money. What I spend, I spend. That's next week's problem. I'm cruising right now. I do not care. So, anyway, it got me thinking, you know, we know that the cruise companies are making a lot of money, right? And we know that at least one, I hope this is not going to be the way the other cruise companies go, but they want you to spend more money, a lot more money, if you care about reaching a certain status, right? So I just was like, well, part of the allure of cruising to me is how good of a value it is for the money. You do get a lot. Your accommodations, your travel, your food, your entertainment. Um, you really do get a lot for the base fare, but they're always, and that's with any business, I get that. They're always kind of encouraging you, enticing you to spend more. Yeah, right. Carefree until the rent is due, Scott. Until they kick you off that ship, then suddenly you care. You care. um, Lori says casino and tips are the only extra we spend. That's enough. We don't go in stores, so we can't spend more. Now, if I went in the stores, different story. Right. Yeah, sometimes it's easy to resist, sometimes not so much. Then I'm out here selling everything but the kitchen sink on the corner. Scott, what are we gonna do with you, man? You gotta like get it together but to make the rent. But hey, if I got PTO to cover it, we'll be fine. Everything is fine. Okay. I'm not gonna talk about your system because if it's working for you, it's working for you. But um I try to budget. But so anyway, we know the cruises are making money, and I was just like, well, what is the biggest money maker on the cruise ships? Because it's kind of like thinking about the movie theater. You know, we go to the movies. Well, I haven't been to the movie theater in a long time, but to the movie theater, and we complain about the price of the concessions. Is that just me? Like, it's the ticket price is one thing, but then you start adding your snacks, and it's like, oh my gosh, how can a family of four afford to go to the movies? It's so much. But that's where the theaters make their money, at the concession stand. So we know that the base fare of the cruise covers a lot, but where do they actually make the profit? Um, what? We're just all out here trying to cruise like Bill. That's true. Bill is goals. He's goals, as the kids say. We want to cruise like Bill when we grow up. I spend more money, no drink package because Ken doesn't drink casino dining. Yes, yes, the drink packages are a lot. That's right. Bill's all over the world: Japan, Alaska, Hawaii. We're not mad. We're not mad. We wish we were going. Lori says beverages. Hey Carmen, how are you? Happy Monday. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. It's got to be the casinos. Law says, right? Let's see. You know how I do, Law. I went to check. I went to check. This article is from Cruisely. And they are saying, once on the ship, plenty of things are free, but you are expected to pay for extras ranging from soda to alcohol to shore excursions. You're also bombarded with sales messages while on board, art auctions. Has anybody ever bought anything at the art auction? I go, but I haven't bought anything. I mean, Scott, you buying at the art auction? Let me know. Asking for a friend. Okay, art auctions, spa specials, and slot tournaments are just a few of the things that passenger cruise lines pitch to passengers. How about that? With all that, you can sometimes feel like you are spending a fortune on your cruise. In addition, it may seem like the cruise line must be raking in massive profits, but is that true? Okay, so how much passengers spend per person? How can we find out? Um, and this is looking at, it looks like Royal Caribbean. How much how can we find out how much passengers spend and where it goes? As a public company, Royal Caribbean Group, just like rivals Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings and Carnival Corporation, make regular financial updates to investors. Okay, so here we go. In 2024, Royal Caribbean and its cruise lines carried 8.56 million passengers on its ships located around the globe. In total, those passengers generated, are we ready for this? 16.48 billion in revenue for the company during the course of the year. So in other words, for every passenger Royal Caribbean carried, the average passenger spent $1,926 with the company last year. This figure includes everything from cabin fares to buying drinks to souvenirs in the gift shop. I mean, getting my walk in, Carmen says. Whatever floats your boat. Hey, Angie, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Floaty. Somebody's saying something about Park West. My cousin bought a few. That's cool. Maggie says, sounds crazy, but budget for my coffee and maybe once in a steakhouse. Okay, that's not crazy. Do you love your coffee and you need your coffee? Get your coffee location. Now you need to let me know now if I need to hold you back from, raising that paddle in the art auction. Like, coffee 1 minute. It might be it might be rare works of art the next. I went to get the free champagne and they tried selling me a reprint Leonardo, so Park West. Were you like talking with your hands? Did they think you were bidding? Hi, Lena Shay. How are you? Thanks for coming in. Casino, spa excursion, beverage make best profits, I would think. Yes, I would think so too. But I'm surprised already by 16.48 billion in revenue. Okay. 1900. That's, I mean, that sounds right as far as the Royal Caribbean prices right now because of the big ships, and everybody's been talking about how much more those new ships are costing. Um, okay, so of that $1,926, 69.8%, so 1,344 per passenger was spent on the cruise fare, and the remaining 30.2%, so $582 per passenger, was spent on board everything from booze to t-shirts at the gift shop. Where the money goes to operate the cruise. Okay. Um, let's see. Before arriving at net profit, one more category must be factored in: other income and expenses. This includes things like interest income and, more importantly, for cruise companies, the interest expenses. Okay. We just want to know how much money you're making off of what thing. As you can see, a healthy portion of the money taken in by Royal Caribbean still goes down to the bottom line. All told, last year, a profit of $2.87 billion, or 7.95 million per day before adjustments. What? A lot of money. Of the $1,925 in revenue per passenger, here's where it goes. Okay. $106 is onboard and other expenses. $109, so only 5.7%, is food. $245 is other operating expenses. And $263 is commissions, transportation, and other. That's kind of a weird category. $152 goes to payroll. $135 goes to fuel. $248 goes to marketing, selling, and administrative costs. And then that $141 to other expenses, including the interest that they have to pay on their investments. Okay. Ticket sales accounts for about 2/3 of the overall revenue. Okay. We know that. That makes sense. Onboard spending. Truist Securities estimated that onboard spending at Carnival Corp, Norwegian Cruise Line, and Royal Caribbean brands would account for 33.9% of the revenue. Onboard spending categories include obvious items like shore excursions, drink packages, Wi Fi, casino and arcade gaming, alternative dining, spa treatments, and purchases in the onboard shops. However, it also encompasses shuttles to and from the airport, travel insurance or protection purchased through the cruise line, and even cancellation fees. So it sounds like we already kind of knew what was making them money. The casino, the casino, spas, excursions. um, Hello, Fluttering Dreams. Our power and internet keeps going out from this storm down here. Be careful, Robin and Chet. Be careful, be careful. It seems like it has passed us by, but I don't know what it's doing. Sad such a small amount for payroll. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Don't get me wrong. I know the crew's not making a ton of money, but there are a lot of people. There are a lot of people on working on board the ship. So I would have thought that that expense would have been more than the marketing expense. Lori, I agree. Um, Edna's here. Hey, Edna, how are you? Thank you for coming in. Oh, Sea Lake Journeys is back. Um, sorry, but the power going off. It's storming here too. Mona says, "Hey, Marjorie, how are you? How are you?" We're just talking. We're just trying to figure out what's making the cruise lines all the money. I know you don't think so, Edna, but you're helping. You're helping with the casino. Although you win, I'm helping more than you. Maybe I put my $20 in. It's gone. Edna puts her $20 in. She's yelling Buffalo. um, Our orientation is experience, said Royal Caribbean Group President and CEO Jason Liberty, earning on his February 1st earnings call, and we keep trying to advance experiences that our customers not only desire, but they are also willing to pay for. Obviously, there are a lot of things that we're adding onto ships. You see that also extend into the destinations and what we're doing on the private island space. Our goal is to keep our customers in our ecosystem. So location, location, location. As you might expect, the per diem, the total amount each passenger pays per day to sail, including both tickets, sales, and onboard spending, is higher in more far-flung regions than it is in some of the more highly trafficked destinations. Can't say that one. For example, per diems are significantly higher in Alaska and Europe than they are in the Caribbean and the Bahamas. Supply and demand play a role as far more ships offering sailings to the latter pair of destinations than the former, which drives pricing down in the Caribbean and the Bahamas. Okay, so they want us to take these bucket list cruises. They want us to go to Alaska because we're going to spend more. Storm is storming in New Jersey too. Janice, be careful, everybody. Um, OMG, chat and Robin, stay safe. Yes, yes, yes. Maggie says, I won at our local casino here a few weeks ago on a game called Carnival. Brought home $750 total. Woo, Maggie. Maggie, that's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, I'm afraid to ask, did you book a cruise with your winnings? What'd you do? Betting $1.60. You go, Maggie. That's awesome. Okay, so do you think that's true? I mean, we haven't cruised to Europe yet, but I guess I'm about to find out. I mean, I guess would I can see how that makes sense. You're spending more per day when you if you cruise to Europe or even to Alaska because it's like someplace that you don't go or maybe not get to go again or not go as often. So, you're more excited versus if you think you're going to Bahamas again next year, then you don't feel the need to get to buy it all. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? On top of it just being more expensive to go. Additionally, people traveling to bucket list destinations are usually more willing to spend money on excursions or other experiences they might not have another chance to try. Yeah, that makes sense to me. The more exotic the destination, the more rare the excursion opportunities tend to be, which drives up the price. For example, you can snorkel and parasail in just about every Caribbean destination, but only a couple of destinations worldwide allow for glacier trekking. Yeah, I get that. A push to pre book. During recent earnings calls, cruise line executives have said they're pushing hard to convince passengers to book activities and experiences ahead of time. The thought is, though, even if cruisers reserve shore excursions, spa treatments, and alternative dining before they ever set foot on the ship, they're still likely to make purchases once they're on board, which leads to overall spending. Okay, so for everybody who said that they prepay, um, they say that they prepay all of their, you know, their excursions, their Wi-Fi, their, you know, I don't even know what else. You can buy cruise cash too, all that stuff, because you know that it's already done, it's already paid for. Does that like make you think you have more money to spend on board? Or does that make you have more money to spend on board? That's kind of what they're saying. Um, and I can see that. Like you forgot you spent that already. Hey Edie, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Happy Monday to you. Hope your Monday was good and your weekend was good. Hi Amelia, how are you? Thanks so much for coming in. Appreciate it. Good evening to you. Happy Monday. Edie saying hey to everybody. Excursions in Alaska. You would spend extra on excursions in Alaska. Yeah, that was yeah. I wanted to see stuff for sure. You're doing port after port. You want something for every from every port. Yeah, true. But they're not even talking about how much you spend in the ports. This is just on the ship. Uh, Chat saying, hey. Specialty dining to keep warm. Main dining room too cold for you, Lori? I mean, it keeps it interesting, right? To keep warm. That's funny. Um, Inside the ship more often. I'll agree. Thanks, all. They're booking on us being stupid. Stupid is a little harsh, Lori. They want us to get caught up, enjoying the moment, living like we got nothing but PTO and spending money. Right, Scott? Scott says if he's got PTO, he doesn't care what he's spending on board. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that was supposed to become general knowledge, but I don't know if I like this idea of them, admitting that they're trying to push these things on us in the hopes that we're overall going to spend more because we're all like, we already bought that. We already pay for our stuff, not spending extra. Some of the meaningful progress we've seen is just the ability to buy and design your vacation ahead of time purchase or pre-cruise. Um, it also leads to great financial success as people are booking their vacations as they get on board and spend 2.5 times more than those that haven't booked activities pre-cruise. This is not so great. Okay, so we have to watch out now for the push to pre pre-book. Although, again, if you're trying to budget and you want to know exactly what you have available to spend, um, I get it. I do that too. And if that's the case, now I'm just going to be like, nope, not buying another thing once I'm on board. In terms of Norwegian brand, we are in a continuous improvement mode in terms of expanding our pre-sale of onboard revenue and getting more share of the wallet over a longer period of time from the point a customer enters our ecosystem. We're at ecosystem now. Um, that plays a key part going forward as we look at revenue opportunities. We've been making improvements to our pre-cruise planning functionality at Norwegian to allow guests to book even more before they leave their homes. Yeah. Bottom line, how do cruise lines make money? Cruise revenue is generated from two areas: ticket sales, which includes the cruise fares and airfare booked through the cruise lines. Do you guys book your airfare through the cruise lines? I know they offer that. I, I just don't know how often people use that. I guess fairly often. And onboard spending, so that's the purchase of cruise related goods and services through the cruise line, as well as cancellation fees. Although current fares are some of the highest in the history of cruising, lines are focused on increasing revenue generated from onboard spending, and they're doing so by coaxing booked passengers into making purchases long before they ever sail. Hmm. Contra. Your hair is on point. Thanks. Zach Carnival Cruise Addicts. Hello, hello, hello. Max. Liz. My parents booked airfare through the cruise line. Okay. And maybe again, since most of the time I'm cruising out of Florida, it's like I don't have to take the flight, so I don't think about that. But I don't really know that I've heard people mentioning that a lot. I know it's like booking your shore excursions through the cruise line. You kind of have that extra safety net or guarantee of getting you there, or if something happens with the flight and they can't get you there, I believe they're supposed to get you to the next port of call, right? So I guess that's an advantage, but I've never booked my airfare through the cruise line. OMG, I think Alisa just called me Scott. Nuh-uh, I saw Carnival Cruise Addicts. I hope not. Hi, Liz. Oh, was that did I mix up the hair? Thank you, Liz. The hair comment. Oh man, they got me all mixed up between Monday just being crazy, Liz, and I'm finding out how the cruise lines are trying to just get us to buy more, more, more before we get on, so that we get on the ship and then forgot that we already bought that stuff and buy more. What? It's a known strategy. It's a known strategy. Okay, well now that we're on to their games, what are we gonna do different? It's all good. Everybody does it. It's the seas. It's the seas. If you're not getting there the day before, it's a good idea because flights are late a lot. As far as booking your flight through the cruise line long, yeah, I'm not, and also when people are trying to again with the budgeting, you have it all, you're paying for it all at the same time, I would think. So that could be helpful too. You know that it's all situated. Um, so that makes sense. You don't hear, at least I don't. And again, that might just be because most of us in Florida are driving to the cruise ports. Although I have flown to Miami because I just couldn't. handle the idea of driving both ways. Driving there, like, no problem. You're all excited. You're jazzed. At the end of the trip, you're like, just get me home. Most people that go over the pond use cruise for airfare. So if cruise or flight have a problem, you are covered. Okay, see, learn something new every day. Did not know that. I did not know that. I'm just gonna, Legacia, we're gonna have to take more overseas flights apparently. Now that we know. You flew to Miami. Oh wow, you bougie. I have flown to Miami from Orlando because I was like, I'm not driving back. I'm not driving back. And you're closer to Miami than me. Don't turn on me, people. Yes, my name is Alisa, and I have flown to Miami to catch a cruise. But I like the bright line, so I would definitely yes, I've taken the bright line. It is very easy. I would do it again if need be. I don't know if I can talk about bougie. Scott's all about the premium ticket on the bright line. Code adventure 30% off. I wish. My granddaughter just said, Elisa sounds like Vicky. I'll take that. I don't know. Do I know Vicky? Hi, Vicky. Hi, granddaughter. Brightline is more expensive. We keep searching for the deals, Lori. We keep searching for the deals. Well, you're halfway there. Not halfway, but you'd have to drive down to Orlando to get the bright line to Miami, right? Take a bus. There you go. Take a bus. Yes, Scott knows how to get those bright line deals. Yes, he watches for those deals. He does. Are you just making stuff up now? Or are these really active codes? Don't have people looking for crazy codes, Scott. Princess 15 takes 15% off. Oh, Vicky's Foodie's Vacation. Got it. Do we sound alike? I didn't realize that. I was serious about the adventure code. That's what I used to get from Orlando to West Palm 2 weeks ago. Okay, open bar. Scott has his bright line situation down. He is prepared. He's prepared. So, but with that, we kind of already knew that what the big money makers were for the cruises, but does we think that makes a difference in the way we'll just say Carnival. I hope the other cruise lines don't go this way too. But is that part of their trying to capture more revenue and calling it a rewards program? We know it's not about the loyalty. They just want to keep people spending more, and more. I don't really know which you, you spend more to get a what? No, no, no bus. No, no, no. Lori's not doing the bus. Well, we got to get you on the bright line then. Take the bright line, Lori. And food. Yeah, it's a nice ride. It's smooth. Once you get on though, if you're going to Miami, you can just kind of get comfy. I don't know the exact order of the stops, but a couple of them are really close together, and they have it timed down. Like you have, is it 2 minutes? It might be 60 seconds to get off. You've got to be ready to get off, or those doors will close on you. So, you have some rest time, you have some lounge and relax time, but When it's your stop, you got to be ready to go. I mean, ready, ready. I'm pretty much married to the Bright Line. Well, we know Scott's planning to meet somebody in his white knight outfit. I guess they're just gonna have the whole ceremony right there on the Bright Line. The reward program is great. The loyalty is sucky. Yeah, but it's you're rewarded for spending more, right? I'm not saying that's wrong, but like what the article is saying, they just want you to spend more and more and more. And I do think that for the average person, not folks who get to go all the time, but for the average person taking a vacation, um, they, they've given it all they've given it all they've got. They're booking it for the value. They're booking it so that it's all paid for, and they're just gonna get on and have a good time. And the constant push to spend more. I don't know. It's the yucky part of business. Carnival is just being honest about their greed. Yeah, yeah, right. So, like I said, I hope it's not the way the other ones go, but you know how these things tend to be. They just need one to pave the way and get us all over the shock of it, and then we'll be paying for bags everywhere. We'll be complaining about the programs on other lines too. Probably the train and tunnels. I mean, I go to a resort in any country and they want you to buy stuff at their shops. You don't go to an all inclusive for loyalty. I don't, yeah, I guess. Either way, people are going, you know? So there's definitely something else that's driving it. Carnival is no longer the cheapest cruise option. MSC has that position now. Um, and I haven't priced the World America, but is that true? I know MSC has like a conscious effort. That's their thing. That's their marketing. They want to sell rooms at the low fare, low price, and then they want to entice you on all the upsells. It's up to you whether or not you think those things are worth it. Sometimes maybe you do, sometimes maybe you don't. Um, but I feel like I think that was Liz. I'm going to give the right credit. I think that's Liz saying their Carnival is being honest about it, and I think MSC is being honest about it too. Like, yeah, we can get you in for 100, but if you want Yacht Club, it's going to cost you, and I'm not mad at that. But can you still go on the base fare and have a good time? I think you can. I think you can. But cruising is different, and they need to recognize people who have invested years and years in their brand. Exactly. Exactly. If they hadn't made such an effort to market and encourage people to be loyal to them, and then this is what you'll be for the rest of your cruising career, your cruising lifetime, it would be different, you know? But they did do that. And for all of you who like really tried to do more than your part in keeping it all going and bringing them back from the brink after the shutdown, it does. I can see why be upset about it. Whether or not that translate into so upset that you're not cruising with them anymore, that's like the $1 million question. Some people, no problem. They're still gonna go, still a good time. They know what they're gonna get with Carnival um, for the fun and the experience. And some people are like, no way, you've gotten my last dime, you're not getting any more. So we'll have to see. I know the shareholders are happy. Obviously, they want to make money, but um, we'll have to, time will tell. Time will tell. Etta's back. Hi, I'm back in the chat and out of the car. Hello again to anyone I missed at the beginning. Thank you, Etta. Hope your drive home was okay. Etta! um, how many stars? To get the damn shower curtain off my ass. I mean, are they gonna go to no more shower curtains? Nobody likes the shower curtains. And then once you cruise in a cabin that doesn't have the shower curtain, you're like, thank you. I don't think I realized how much it bothered me until I cruised in the cabin that didn't have the shower curtain. You know what I mean? Plexiglass. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's all I want, Scott says. He doesn't ask for much. That's all I want. Funny. um, not sure about World America, Mr. Bill or Scott. Scott, you can let us know about World America. I don't know if Bill is still in. Okay, have you seen the movie Psycho? I have not. I have not. I'm not into the horror flicks. But I know where you're going with that. Nobody likes a shower curtain. Someone say yacht clubs. Chet's back. Can I get a tablecloth for 1,000 or less stars, please? Ooh, honey, look. They have status and they have a tablecloth. I don't get hugged by the shower curtain. What am I doing wrong? I don't know, Lori. What do you what no, I think it's what are you doing right? How are you keeping the shower curtain from not touching you? I feel like Lori goes in and she has a system. You know, she pulls the curtain, she turns on the water, the door's not opening and close the bathroom door is not opening and closing. Whatever you're doing, and you're keeping the tablecloth, the shower curtain from touching you, keep it up. It's good stuff. And I saying, I hate a SLJ. I hate tablecloths. What? No. Well, do you guys go to the dining room a lot, or you rather go to the buffet, or do you go to the specialty? No, I want the table set nice. I mean, I don't know if I'm willing to pay a thousand or earn 1,000 stars for a tablecloth, but I gotta. You aren't twerking enough in the shower, Lori. And she leaves the bathroom door open. Well, there you go. It's the breeze. It's the change in air. I don't know what it is, Lori. Scott, you got other problems. You got other issues going on there. Just don't close the shower curtain. There you go. There's an option. Chris is a slob. A tablecloth's ruined after the first course. Oh, even at the steakhouse, don't they come around and get the crumbs? Stop bending over in the shower, Scott. Your butt won't touch the shower curtain. Oh gosh, you guys are crazy. I take the tablecloth with me when I leave. Nothing to see here. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. There's nothing to see here. We didn't make a mess. Tablecloth? What tablecloth? We didn't have a tablecloth. Too funny. Well, that was funny, you guys. I just thought it would be interesting to see what the breakdown is on what how they're making money. We know they're making money. We know the cruise lines are doing well. They're building these new ships, these bigger ships, encouraging lots and lots and lots more people to cruise, which again I'm not mad at. Um but when you see those big numbers in the billions of how much they make in a year, it's like, why can't we have bacon on the buffet? Why do we still have to have these shower curtains? Invest a little. Invest a little. Make us feel like we're getting something back. I hear you. They do have the clothesline there. Oh, because the law saying they do you hang the clothesline, tablecloth in the shower? Always makes my mood better on Monday. Thanks so much. You guys give me something to look forward to on a Monday, even on the crazy ones. um, we should all bring our own tablecloths to see if they like, excuse me, just 1 second. Let me take all the plates and glasses off the table. Just a second, just a second. Shake out your tablecloth. Yes, I use it often. It's good sense. I don't need a tablecloth. We need bibs. Save that for the what's it called? The seafood shack. What's it called? Is that what it's called? On Carnival? I don't even know. Oh gosh. Yes, Chris needs a big bib. That would be hysterical. Bill, Bill just put out a video on how much he likes World of America. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Bill is he definitely likes MSC. I do too. I definitely plan on cruising them again. Everybody's saying hey to Emily. Um, I definitely think that they have overcome some obstacles and getting people to be willing to try them and to see that it's a good time, and they're doing all the things to make it fun and to get you in at a reasonable price. Like I said, if it's up to you if you want to do all the bells and whistles or all the added, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to, but they're being honest about it. It's not much of a mind game. You want the drink package, it's gonna cost you. You want the balcony, it's gonna cost you. Just tuck the tablecloth into your shirt like the platinum people. Oh gosh, that is funny. Yeah, it's like I don't even know, what do you call that? Not a, what is it called? A cravat? What is that called? That's all we need. Scott with the smoking jacket and the, can Chris pull that off? What's up? Float your boat. Anyway, you guys, thank you very much for coming in and hanging out on a Monday night. I hope it was a good one, and I hope you have a good week. This week we should have on Saturday, Veronica and Edna and I have did a collaboration on our prep for Greece, and we should have another part to it this weekend on Saturday. And Ascot, thank you, Law. So be on the lookout for that. But anyway, I hope you have a great week, and I will see you guys later. Bye. Bye, you guys. Oh.